Alright, this is Titanfall. I played this a couple of times. This is actually my second time getting through the campaign. The campaign's actually very, very short in this, but it's strangely addicting. I'm mainly into first-person shooters like Call of Duty and things like that. But this one I started getting into. Obviously, this is on the Xbox One. And I believe with this mission that it's the hard point, so it's kind of like domination. This is my first commentary. Hopefully one of many for Titanfall. I'm doing everything on the Xbox One itself, so I will have to break up each mission or each gameplay by 2 videos. The first being obviously the introduction to that video, the last one being the follow-on, provided that the game DVR is working properly. So yeah, this one is definitely domination type, being A, B, and C. Typically, obviously, I run to the closest one, whether you spawn on the A side or the B side. Every once in a while, depending on if I have a team, obviously the goal would be to rush B if you've got a team that's communicating. So far, I have unfortunately not been able to find a lot of people online playing Titanfall that have actually got their mics on. I forget the gun I'm using, but I have basically the ACOG scope on it. I only use that for a little bit, and I think I swapped it out to one of the holographic sights. It just seemed to work a little bit better. But what I like to do in this, just honestly the same thing that I do in Call of Duty and things of that nature, is get the 1A, and then I'll run all the way over to their spawn, like you see me doing here, and I try to sit into where their spawn is to go after them, and then if I see them start taking B, I'll slowly push into C and start capturing that one, and then actually jump off of it before I capture it, so it forces them to come back around and try to capture it again, and that's where I'll obviously try to trap them there and kill them. This is actually not a bad spot, so if you find yourself on this map, if you do the same route that I just ran over here, it's actually a really good route. Get in here, take a couple pop shots at the Titans, but otherwise a lot of them try to run across this bridge to get to B, and unfortunately I had to reload right there, but I could have obviously got a double kill there. And there's just multiple opportunities. That is the only issue, is you got someone coming up right behind you once they catch you, so if you've unlocked the silencer on your rifle, you're better off just throwing that on. Even though I did have it there, obviously they knew where I was, so take a couple shots there, get 1 to 3 kills, move to the second spot, always move around or they will find you and they will kill you, so don't just stand there like I did. So this one is obviously in the Titan. I do not remember, it took me a while to unlock this one, but it is it's like the pulsar rifle, basically the one that doesn't shoot bullets. Obviously, as you see, as I hold down the sights, it charges. The longer the charge, obviously the stronger the bolt that comes out of it, which is actually not too bad, but as you can see, you only take a couple hits and you're pretty much done. This guy, I believe, actually jumped on top of my Titan and started shooting, and I'll show that in some other videos where if you run up to a Titan on the right side, double tap A, and you'll jump into the Titan on top of it, and then you can just, it'll be this automated scene, but it'll pop open a lever on top of the Titan, and then you can just start shooting at it. Usually it takes at least 2 full clips into it, so hopefully no one's got the electric smoke as a kit on their Titan, or they just don't hear the call out when it says somebody's on your Titan, and then you're usually pretty good at taking them down. Usually if you're going to do something like that far off, the assault rifles are not the best for that. They do have some semi-automatic, I don't necessarily want to call them sniper rifles, but that's pretty much what they are. They're almost like the marksman rifles in Call of Duty. When you see that bar on the top like you just saw then, after you nail a Titan, that actually means that you have actually destroyed it. It just takes a little bit more time. Once that bar goes full all the way over to red, the Titans actually explode. So a lot of times the standard loadout in Titans is going to be with some kind of a nuclear kit on it. So usually when you see that, if you're anywhere near the Titan, run away from it or it will kill you when it explodes. If you could, just leave me some comments or anything.